Well, first things first, we should probably figure out where Iran actually is. I'm an American mom, crocheter, and reader, and I know almost nothing about Iran. I know that the US and Israel have been involved in a conflict with Iran. I don't exactly know why. I don't really know what led up to it. So this is me trying to learn. I picked up a few books, and I'm crocheting some squares inspired by Islamic geometric patterns along the way, just to keep my hands busy while my brain catches up. Well, first things first, we need to find out where Iran is located. This outdated 1993 map from my basement shows Iran sharing a border with Turkey, a part of Europe, and Iran sits between Afghanistan and Iraq. And here's the Persian Gulf, where, as I understand it, 20% of the world's oil gets transported through the Strait of Hormuz to power the world. Due to the conflict, this shipping lane is now mostly closed. As of this filming, I hear that many Asian countries won't be able to power themselves without more oil from the Gulf. So it's kind of a big deal globally. Next stop, the public library. I found 4 books there that seemed helpful. I started with All the Shah's Men by Stephen Kinzer, since it focuses on the interaction of the US with Iran in the 20th century. The focus of this book was a coup in 1953 that was orchestrated by the US and Great Britain. Before that, Iran was exploited for oil and other resources. In the early 1900s, the British government purchased a majority share of the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, effectively making Iranian oil a British national resource. It was this oil company and dispute over who should own, extract, and profit from the oil that seems to have caused the conflict in the 1950s. Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh was a pretty progressive guy. He tried to enact policies that protected workers, made stable elections, and taxation, and he decided to nationalize the oil. That didn't go over well with Britain or the United States, so they helped remove him from power and strengthened the rule of the Shah. Mossadegh was imprisoned, the oil rights were restored to Britain, and the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company changed its name to British Petroleum. I wanted more context, so I picked up A History of Iran by Michael Axworthy. After the coup, the US supported the Shah's government for decades, even as it became increasingly unpopular. In the 1970s, a religious leader, Ruhollah Khomeini, began speaking out against the regime, and in 1979, a revolution overthrew the Shah and transformed Iran into an Islamic republic. That shift away from Western-backed monarchy to a religious government completely changed Iran's relationship with the US. There's also the nuclear issue, which is way more complicated than I realized. It seemed that the US had agreements with the Shah in the 1960s to help Iran develop nuclear power plants. After the Iranian Revolution, Russia and later China made agreements to help develop nuclear technology in Iran, but in the 1990s the US placed economic sanctions to stop Iran from developing nuclear capability. And as I understand it, the present conflict could be explained as a measure to prevent Iran from developing nuclear capability. But nuclear capability doesn't just mean weapons, it could also mean energy or medical technology. It also raises fears about weapons development and regional stability, and that tension is still unresolved. If I'm honest, these history books were kind of a slog, so I picked up something different, reading Lolita in Tehran by Azar Nafisi. This book resonated so much with me. Nafisi was born in Tehran and has a PhD in English and American literature. In the 1970s, she was a university professor in Tehran but lost her job for refusing to wear the mandatory Islamic veil. This book is a love letter to literature, beautifully interweaving literary analysis with commentary on the oppressive conditions in Iran. Nafisi offered me something that the history books could not. It helped me see the Iranian people as ordinary humans. Moms and dads, teachers and engineers, kids that doorbell ditch their neighbors, and teens that are obsessed with dating. It also helped me see how oppressed those ordinary people are, living under threat of beatings or imprisonment for wearing nail polish or dancing. This book helped me understand that Iranians are not a single group. Some are revolutionaries, some communists, some people that want democracy, and most people that just want their money to last to the next paycheck. There are people that revile Western decadence and regard America as the great Satan, and there are people who just want to practice their religion on their terms without oppressive laws requiring them to do it. So here's where I've landed. The more I read, the more I realize how much I don't understand. It's easy to look for good guys and bad guys, but history doesn't really work like that. A foreign-backed coup against a democratic leader, that feels wrong. A government that represses its own people, also wrong. But there are also generations of ordinary people, living, adapting, surviving, caught in the middle of it all. As I've been reading these books, I've been busily crocheting, making a bag inspired by Islamic geometric patterns, and I love how it turned out. But my goal wasn't just to make something, it was to understand something. And I'm not there yet. I know more than I did before, but I still don't fully understand what's happening now or what each side ultimately wants. What I do understand is that when conflict escalates, it's ordinary people who pay the price.